Back on the track.
Kayla Zink of UCCS in lane 8, Miranda Vigil of Athens State.
Strong running here for the freshman. She's going to be your RMAC champion in her first go at 10:44 on the clock. Right up home. This is your 2018 RMAC champion. A stellar performance here for the Ordigger. Jake Mitchum hits the line. Look at the final tally. Folks, this is going to be your RMAC champion. In second, it is kind of check with a hard closing end Millie, but Flanagan's going to take it over. We're going to lead on. He's going to be the RMAC champion. Thomas for Tristan Hunt closing it out. Tristan Cisneros battle on the Tristan. Here she comes into the home stretch. But nope, it is going to be a great one here. Oshin. Watch as they come in. Elias Lyman on the outside and Elijah Gilbert. It's the outside of the track and the inside of the track. Kaylee Bodina. Your team. Yeah. This is no solo. 14:55. A great closing lap. He's going to be your RMAC champion. Is New Mexico highlighted into the straightaway. Kelly Penny of Western States. Skyline West. Closing very hard. There's the equidistant here. They take their Look at the champion Simons.
That was my aim when I was coming here and I was entered in all those events. That was the aim, and my coach was behind me, pushing me, making sure I did what I was supposed to do. The javelin, I like the headbutt, that 800. I am really excited.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. It is very nice, mainly because most of us are from the same country. We all prepared to run that 4x4 before we came here, and everybody did what they're supposed to do, and they executed right to go to nationals.
And are you expecting the same result?
Yep.
Well, it's awesome, you know, of course, but I think this one is better than 2015 because 2015 we had a powerhouse team. We probably ran away with the title. I don't think anybody really expected us to come in here with 14 athletes. We brought probably the smallest squad, but we always ask our athletes to do a lot, and I don't know if anybody except Coach and I maybe and thought that we could win. Nobody said it out loud until I think last night in the hallway of the hotel. I told Coach that I thought we could win, and you know, the girls, the athletes, just performed amazing. You know, I think that we probably outperformed our potential by 20 points if you looked at the performance list, and you know, our girls really stepped up. It's kind of been our tradition, and I'm gonna introduce or give the mic over to Coach K. Marie Jones. You know, my job is when I get to these meets, I'm a cheerleader. My job is to manage. She's doing most of the coaching. You know, she's really gotten these girls fast, strong, fit. She's done an amazing job, and I feel very honored and blessed to have her in our program. And she's hugely vital to the success of our program. And so I'm a cheerleader.
Okay, we have a great team. We have a great bunch of girls, and we have a great support staff. Or interim AD Craig Snow, he has been really helpful, really supportive, always cheering the girls on when he's walking by the track, you know, making sure that we're doing what we're doing right, and we're doing it right. We came out here this weekend just to show up because we were underestimated, as Coach said. We really wanted to prove that we are worthwhile. We're a good team, very dynamic, very diverse, full of energy, full of love, full of support. And as you can see, you know, the girls are dancing in the background, you know, appropriately, I hope. But I'm really proud of these girls. I couldn't have chosen a better team to do it with. Yes, the work begins now and it continues. We will recruit and continue with retention and graduation rates and, help boost those efforts. But for now, we're going to celebrate and continue with the proud efforts that these girls came out here and gave us. It's great. Tanika, on paper, she is not a great athlete. But I worked with her. I realized, she didn't have the time to put in to do what she could do. And throughout the whole season, it's been a lot of ups and downs with her. She is, a really, really aggressive athlete when it comes to every single event. So when she does not do too well, she's hard on herself. So getting her to go back down is a difficult task. And this happened this weekend so many times because she did like a million events. So when you have a Tanika Elliston and O'Sheen Erskine who came from the same high school, they came from a championship high school, they knew what it took to win. When you put those girls on the track and then they have those back-to-back races and, they only have 15-minute break, that, what they did today proved what we work on at practice. I give them the same strategy. I work on the same things, making sure that they're race ready. And they came out here and did that. So I'm really proud of their efforts.
I'd like to say something about Tanika because, I always say our girls have the heart of warriors, and we've had a tradition of having somebody in the meet going back to Angela Graham who is going to be in 7, 8, 10 events. And Tanika has carried on that tradition. Coach embraced the fact that she could do it, worked with her all year this started in August. It didn't start after indoor. It started in August. And the work that was put in showed here these last 3 days.
And about O'Sheen now. O'Sheen, she's a team leader. She's very supportive, very caring, but when it comes to herself, she's pretty hard on herself. So this weekend, her running 23.8, jumping from 24.4 to 24.45 to 23.81, that's a big deal. And she did that after running 13.51 in the hurdles, after running another PB of 11.62 in the 100 meters. She barely had a break. These girls really showed up, and those are the girls those are the caring girls and the supportive and those are the girls we have at Highlands. I'll give this to Coach because he loves the 4x4.
I was going to take the mic. Anybody who knows me knows I hate to lose the 4x4. We knew that we had won the championship, even if we didn't compete in the 4x4. And we talked about how much information to give the girls regarding the team scores. And, Coach talked to the girls, and they wanted to run fast. And if you want to run fast, you got to try to win. And there's no better way to end a championship than to win the 4x4. And I, like Coach knows, I hate to lose the 4x4. So, go ahead. The girls were awesome.
For me, all I told them, I need 56 splits from every single one of you. They did that. That was good enough. Rest. Yes, we have a few going in, but rest is important at this stage because we have never gone 3 days outdoor. And, that's how the program is designed for them to, deliver during this weekend and then go back down and come back up for nationals. So
with the conference meet being moved back a week,
it helps.
That helps as far as rest, but it's a little different in terms of strategy, getting ready for, we're a month out from nationals. And so it's a little bit different this year, but the time will help. We got some people that are beat up, a lot of people that are beat up. If you go down the top 5 scorers in this meet, 4 of the 5 were our girls because we asked them to do a heck of a lot. If we're going to win, you got to score in every event. And so having that extra week in this year is going to really help us.
Pretty much very similarly to how I went into indoor, I guess. We've been training as much as we can, like working on form and working on speed and keeping it as quick as possible. And at this point in the conference meet, it's really just about beating the guy next to you. Like, you can't care about time too much. So, even if the conditions aren't great, it was a little windy, I had to focus on just racing and just beating whoever was around me. That's super big. We were really hoping we'd be able to pull it off, and super glad that we did it. It was definitely a team effort. Like, almost every guy that competed scored at least a couple points, and we're super proud of everyone. I guess it just feels like you have something to live up to, almost. Like, there's other guys coming out winning events, and like you feel like you have to like live up to their expectations, and you have some weight on your shoulders because it's definitely a team effort to win the meet as a whole. Next for me is preparing for the national meet right now, and then as a team, I don't know, I think we can do this a lot more consistently now. We have a lot of depth on the team, and we're not losing a whole lot either next year. So indoor and outdoor and even cross country for sure, we're going to be aiming for another.
Yeah, it's great. We had to remind our kids, going into today, like it's okay to celebrate this. It's a big deal. We've never done it before, even though we just won indoors. It's a big deal to win this meet. We had to kind of redshirt some kids last year to set up for this year, so it was really a 2-year process for us. So we were really excited to be able to do it, and to do it on our home track was really special. Yeah, he's super talented. Somebody that qualified for the multi-indoors, has hit provisional marks, in the 110 hurdles, the 400 hurdles, the long jump. He's been on our 4x4 that's qualified for nationals. So he's a big piece of the puzzle for us. And we're really fortunate. We have a lot of Tristans. We have a lot of guys all around our team that are really versatile and can score at this meet in a lot of different places. So it gives us a chance to really get points across the 3 days in a lot of different areas. We just have a group of guys that work really hard. So we've got 5 or 6 decathletes and heptathletes, and they've just decided that they want to push each other, and so that's really it. We've got a great group of coaches, event-specific coaches that they get to work with, so they don't have to listen to my voice all day through 10 events. Great throws coach, great vault coach, so that helps us a ton. But it goes back to those kids just wanting it and putting in the work and time to be at an elite level. Yeah, we set the tone in the very first event. So the first time the gun went off, it was the decathlon 100 meters, and we went 1, 2, 3, and Austin ran 10:66. So that did it. And then the next event that scored was the 10K, and we went 1 through 4. So we knew we wanted to get off to a big start. And so literally from the first gun, we knew we were kind of set up to do something special. It's hard over 3 days. This meet is a marathon. A lot can go wrong, and we were just fortunate that a lot went right. Yeah, it's really special to be at home. Just like indoors, we took a lot of pride in hosting this championship. We host a lot of meets outdoors in the regular season. We hope people enjoy coming here and get good performances here. So that was important for us. Again, our kids sleeping in their own bed is huge, as it is anywhere for home. But for us to be able to go to class on Thursday and to go to class on Friday, even though we were competing, we had kids compete and go to class afterwards. At our university, that's super, super important, and that's a big piece of the puzzle. Yeah, going back to cross country even. We won cross country, so that's really neat to carry that on. We still are young. We have a couple big pieces that are seniors, but Jake Mitchum's a freshman who won the steeplechase. We've got underclassmen all over the place. So the future is bright, but this conference is getting better everywhere. So it's only going to be harder, but it also makes this more special knowing how good the other teams are in our conference.